Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Chrissy Cooking at Home. I'm Chrissy, and today I am making some roasted whole chickens and potatoes. Now, I have 2 whole chickens that I defrosted overnight, and I have some white potatoes I got a good deal on. So it's just the 3 of us, but I am roasting both chickens same time because I am going to take the leftover meat off the bone and can it. We can have some chicken. It really helps with Logan's diabetes. If his sugar is really high, extra protein can help it come down and stay down. Extra protein after he's had a really low and we bring it back up. Protein after that helps him stay where he's at so he doesn't plummet again in this roller coaster effect, which can still happen with the extra protein, but it's less likely to happen. So I was about to just start cooking, and I got my chickens over here. I got my seasonings out, and I went ahead and put some seasoning salt in my seasoning blend bowl that I'm doing up here. So what we're doing is seasoning salt. I didn't measure it. I'm guessing. Why guess? Why not help you out here? I have my measuring spoons. About a tablespoon and a half a teaspoon. Okay. We got some black pepper. And we're only going to do, because Logan's not that big on black pepper, we're only going to do half a teaspoon. Because there is some pepper in the seasoning salt. And then we're going to do 1.5 tablespoons granulated garlic. So we're just doing a seasoning rub that's for the chicken and the potatoes. So 1.5 tablespoons is 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon plus half a teaspoon. Okay? 1.5 teaspoons granulated garlic. Now, next, some parsley. Some dried parsley. Okay, so that's like 1 heaping tablespoon. Then we're going to use some oregano. We're going to do 2 tablespoons oregano. Next, my favorite when roasting chicken and potatoes, rosemary. So I'm going to measure out. You can see cloudy today, so not the greatest lighting. We have these big rosemary leaves pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I have my mortar and pestle handy, but I kind of like it a little big. I don't want to grind it. What I have been known to do is take my seasonings, including the salt and pepper, put it in the mortar and pestle, and grind it all together that way. So that was 1 tablespoon. Since it's big leaves, we're going to do 2 tablespoons. Now, if you already have like ground rosemary, you do not need this much rosemary, but that's my rosemary. So, and even if you do have these whole ones and that's too much rosemary for you, it's too woodsy, I don't know, leave it out. I'm not the food police. I'm not coming to your house to making you put in a seasoning you don't like. Okay. Push this over there. Okay. So I measured it. Yay, me. I'm gonna grab what I call a cereal spoon. The smaller of the spoons for eating at the table. Some cereals. This looks like one that Logan has bent. Luckily, my spoons, because of him throwing them away when he was little, I buy cheapies. I do not have a matching sets anymore. Most recent matching set was just 2 years ago. And they're almost all gone, like disappeared, gone. So So maybe after he's an adult, maybe will I buy matching dinnerware. All right, so this looks like a lot, but I have 2 chickens. So if you only have like 1 chicken, cut it in half. I'm going to push the potatoes up against you here. I have 10 potatoes. Now, I have some vegetable oil. We're going to put some oil on the chickens. We're going to put some oil on the potatoes. Now, I really do not like the smell of raw chicken. Never have. But I like eating cooked chicken, so what? Necessary evil, I guess. Have to smell it in order to cook it. Alright, let's check the inside cavity. Nope. Nothing in the neck. Nothing in the neck. Nothing on the inside. Now I have them facing opposite directions. So here's the neck here. Here's the cavity down here. That's just how I do things. Alright, this one's got some extra juices on the inside. Let's get them out there. Alright. Wash my hands. You're gonna see me wash my hands a lot because I'm messing with chicken. This is vegetable oil. You can use olive oil if you want. You can use canola oil. Whatever oil you have on hand. This is just going to kind of help crisp it up. Alright. The skin. And who doesn't love a good crispy chicken skin? You know what this is? This is the neck. That's okay. We're going to make bone broth with the carcasses because I had to throw that out too. So, oven's ready. So I'm glad I have the necks. That helps with the cartilage and the bone with making bone broth, from what I understand. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it can't hurt. Okay. So, we did that. We're going to take a little bit of our seasoning, let's put it on top. And rub that in. Now, since I have potatoes too, I want this on my potatoes. So I'm not putting all of my seasoning blend that I made on the chickens. Doing about half. About. Eyeball it. Make it work. Alright. And seasoned chicken. Now, potatoes. This pan just sits so nicely right in the sink, and it stays, you know, it's not in the sink, it's like on the edges, so it stays up. Where did you come from? Did you come from the potatoes? Just a little tiny spider marching around the cutboard. Okay, so these are fairly decent size. They're not small. They're white potatoes. They're not russets or Idahos, or they're just, the bag said, white potatoes and 10 pounds for $4. And I'm like, heck yeah, a potato is a potato is a potato. So, even though this one's kind of big, I don't care. We're just putting it in around the chicken. I have plans for my onions, or else I'd cut up an onion into big, thick slices and put it in here, but I don't have the extra. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to fit all of these in this pan, but I'm going to try and fit as many as possible. Because not only will this be for lunch, Logan and I will eat it again for dinner. And then whatever's left over, I will can up the chicken meat. So I will show you in a minute. The reason I did the chicken first with the seasoning is because I want my seasonings on the chicken mostly to help it flavor the meat and the skin. Then we only need a little bit more seasoning to get around onto these potatoes. I know I'm saying it funny, but that's how Logan used to say it. Potatoes. Potatoes. Logan was nonverbal until he was 4. And thanks to constant speech therapy, Mr. Logan started talking around his 4th birthday. And he, of course, was language delayed. But now he's what I would consider nearly normal for an 11-year-old to be language pathology-wise. Okay, get in there. Get in there. Love potatoes. Not good for my sleeve, but good for yumminess. Oops. I don't know. Stay in there. Alright, so it's a tight fit. I didn't use all of them. I have 2 white potatoes left. And now, we're going to take some of this oil. Where's my measuring cup? What did the child do with it? I only wanted about a 1/4 cup of oil for the potatoes. And that's not a lot, but I want drizzle up high. I want oil to help get them a little crispy and the rest of the seasonings to stick. In my pressure canner right now, I am working on some of my maple cinnamon glazed carrots. All right, perfect, 1/4 cup. Now, that's okay, counters can be cleaned. That's what soap and a rag is for. Or cloth, whatever you want to call it. If a rag offends you, I'm sorry. I don't get offended by words like that. Every bit of this yummy goodness. Alright. Bring it in. To chicken and potatoes. So now we're going to pop it in a 375-degree oven and check the temperature of the chicken after now it's on convection, so I should probably check it at 30. Normal oven, I would normally check it at 45. I have a curl sticking straight up. That's great. Anyways, busy day today. Busy day. Lots to do. I'll bring you back when I check on it, okay? Okay. It's been 45 minutes. I didn't like how it looked at 30, so I'm going to pull her out. I'm going to show you what she looks like. What they look like. What the girls look like. Okay. See how brown? Nice and brown. Now, I do not believe they are done. My meat thermometer died. So, we're going to do the old-fashioned way. We're We're going to take a sharp knife. I'm going to use a serrated steak knife and a fork. We're going to move some potatoes out of the way. And we're going to check the thigh. It's almost done. It's only ever so slightly pink. Okay, so put the potato back. Now I'm going to cover it with foil. I like how brown it is, but it's not dark. So, you know, every oven's different. I swear every bird is different. I don't think I've ever had 2 chickens cook the same. Like for the same exact amount of time, which is why it's so important to either have a meat thermometer and test it, or do what I did, cut into the thigh, close to the bone, and see where you're at. If it looks raw, in it goes. We're going to cover it because I don't want it any browner than that, but it'll get a little browner with the foil even, because I think we need 30 more minutes. Now when I test it again, since I don't have my meat thermometer anymore, I'm going to have to buy a new one because it's just easier, faster. I'm going to check a different thigh. It's still not done. I still got 2 thighs to go. If I run out of thighs, chicken leg. You know, that dark meat is what's going to take the longest to cook. So we're just going to set our timer so I don't forget it, which I can't because it smells amazing in here right now. I'm about to take my carrots out of the pressure canner. Got the washer going. Hopefully it's not too noisy for you. It's on a spin right now. So continue on with my day. I have yet to decide exactly what I'm going to do up. I think today is going to be Jenny Goff's over at Jenny Scratch Made Kitchen, her chicken a la king in a jar. So it's either that one or the chicken Dijon, but I'm pretty sure it's the chicken a la king because I bought a huge can of pimentos so I could have extra pimentos. She doesn't put it this much in, and she says she loves pimentos. Maybe I have a more obsessiveness with the flavor. Some people might just be more sensitive because they can be quite pungent. And when I open this can, I'm going to see how pungent they are. I might not use the whole can. I might freeze the rest. I might use it all. I may freeze the rest and save for when I serve it, sprinkle on top, but that's besides the point. This is not about my next canning project. This is about the chicken and potatoes. So, we'll be back. Okay, it has been another 30 minutes with the foil on at 375. Let me turn off the oven because it is done. And like I said, it continued to brown even with the foil on it. Took the foil off. Look at that beautiful bird. Look at that one. You can see the potatoes have some nice crispiness to them. You can see the juices down there. I will be saving those juices as part of the bone broth I'm going to make from the carcasses after I strip them to can the meat. So it's going to go in this order. We're going to eat it. Whatever's left, I'm going to can it. Then I'm going to take the carcass, bones, all of it, and make bone broth with some veggie scraps I do have in the freezer. That'll take a while. It takes a while. And then I'll can up the bone broth. But yeah, now I'm going to put the foil back on lightly. I'm not going to squeeze it down. I'm just going to lightly lay it on top and let it rest before we eat it. So that is my rosemary and herb roasted chicken and potatoes. I hope you liked this video. If you enjoyed watching my weirdness with the way I do things, cats. He was trying to jump up onto the top of the cabinet and knocked over all my air fryer pans and fry basket. So yep, that's all that fell. Now he's creeping back in slowly, like they're gonna jump out and get him. That's funny. But anyways, hit like, subscribe, thumbs up, comment, you know, notification bell so you know when I release a video of something food related. At this point, it's become food and life related. So, okay, next time.